Good afternoon, all of you. Thank you very much, first of all, for joining me at this time in this tutorial. And I would also like to thank all the students who are regularly sharing the videos which I post on my channel uh, with their groups, with their friends. Thank you so very much for all the support that you're showing. So this is the WhatsApp messenger which I have developed using simple Python coding, and for this I have made use of this library named Django. Right, so with the help of this library you can combine HTML and Python together. Basically, you can, with the help of this library, use both the things together as a combination, Python plus your HTML coding. Right, so let me just first show you how this application works. So the admin needs to enter this login credential sham123. Sorry, I need to first visit the admin panel. Simply I can use this URL for accessing the admins panel. So that's how the admins panel looks like. Let me just log out and show you how an admin can log in into this panel. So this is the basically that's the server to which this application is connected with, and these are the login credentials for accessing the admin panel. So right now, as you can see, there is nothing in this messages, and we do not have anything in this rooms also. Right, so it's time for us to first create a room, and after that, the users can chat in that room with each other. Now, how that chat is going to take place, let me just show you that. So these are, you have to assume as if this is the second device and that's the third device, and on this we have a different user, and this is being used by a different user. So they need to enter a common room number over here if they want to chat with each other. So let's suppose the room number is 12. Fine. And the name of the user is, I'm typing my own name, Gaurav. Let's hit this enter button. So Gaurav has, okay, so I think uh, I'm getting this error over here. Why I'm getting this error, that's what I'll have to check. CSRF verification failed. Request aborted. No problem. We'll run this application again. Just give me a short moment. So for running this application in this command prompt, we just have to fire this command Python manage py run server, and it will run for us the server. So manage.py, the Django users must be aware about this command. If you don't know about Django, I will surely help you with that too. But later on, let me first show you how this application works. I'm currently trying to run this application. There is some issue which I'm facing. Okay, so the server is on. You can see here, the server is on. Let me now access this. Okay, so we are able to access this panel, and let me refresh the users panel over here also. Let me check if we have room number 12 created over here or not. Okay, so we do not have any rooms created right now. Let's create a room. So I'm creating room number 32. Gaurav is the name I'm giving in this usernames input box. Okay, so I've successfully created this room number 32. Now, if this person want to talk to this person, he can enter the same room number, and he can enter this a username here. So let's say the username is Neelu, and I'm hitting this enter button. So I've successfully entered into the room. Okay, let me just resize these browser windows, because I want you guys to see everything clearly on your respective device. Let's check this rooms over here in the control panel. So we can see there is this object which is getting reflected inside this rooms. And okay, so it's room number 32. So we have successfully created this room. And you can see here right now there is nothing in this messages section. Let's pass a message to Neelu. So, hi Neelu, how are you doing? Fine. So that's what I would like to send to Neelu. Send. Okay, so you can see in real time Neelu received this message over here on this panel, and the same message is getting reflected on mine also. So Gaurav sent the message, that's the reason. Right on the top his name is getting reflected. And let me just refresh this messages section. Okay, so I have an object here now named message object 9. Let's see what do we have inside it. So we have this message over here which just Gaurav sent to Neelu, right? Let's now reply to this message. Hi Gaurav, I am doing good. How about you? Let's see what's gonna happen when we'll hit this send button. Okay, so in real time, you can see Gaurav received the message sent by Neelu, and the time is also getting reflected over here. The name of the sender is also there. Everything is there. And now, if we'll check the admin panel, so admin will also come to know about the transaction of messages. Whatever messages the user are going to share with each other, he'll also come to know about all the messages. So you can see here the message which just Neelu sent to Gaurav over here. Let's send another message. I am also doing good. Okay, so that's how this real-time messenger application works, and how I have developed this application. So using simple HTML JavaScript coding, I have designed these pages which you are able to see right now on your screens. And using Django, I have connected Python code with these beautiful JavaScript HTML pages. Now I would like to first show you the two HTML JavaScript pages I have created. But let me first come on this YouTube channel. Okay, so everything is going fine. I'm not able to see any queries over here. In case you come across any issues, any queries, do let me know. Do put your queries in the comment section so that I can answer your queries. Besides that, I would request you to please like and share this video also in your groups so that more and more students can come and join my channel and enjoy these amazing ideas which I share on my channel. And thank you so very much for all the support, everything which you are doing for my channel. Okay, so let's come on this brackets text editor. So that's the one I'm using two text editors for now. This is Sublime Text, on which I do Python coding, and this is Bracket, on which I do your HTML and JavaScript coding. So I'm going to show you first these two HTML pages. So when the user is, just a second, this is not responding. Maybe there are many applications which are running. Still this messenger is running. You can see here it's running. So basically it's a server based application which I have created on my device, and it's running on the local host right now, right? Okay, so that's the home.html page. Just give me a short moment, I'm trying to access it. I'm going to show you the whole code and tell you exactly what I have done. uh, Okay, so that's the home.html page. When I am hitting this, I'm using this URL 127.0.0.1 colon 8000. So I'm getting redirected on this page. So this is the home page. Fine, that's the home page, and for designing this home page I have used this code over here. So basically it means that if you want to become a champ of Django, you need to have a good understanding and knowledge of HTML and JavaScript coding, right? So with the help of that you will be able to develop things like Facebook Messenger. So it's very simple. You can see here, this is the uh, internal styling I have done. So these are all the codes I have used over here for developing this web page. And if you have the knowledge of JavaScript HTML, you will be able to develop it very easily. It's not like the way I have defined these components over here. You also have to do it in the same way. If you do not know about CSS, CSS is basically used for enhancing the view of HTML page. So if you do not know about CSS, no problem in that. You can simply use a label box, then you can put an input box. After that, you can again use a label box and put a label input box and then create a button over here. And how you can do that? You can do it with the help of this simple code. All right. CSRF underscore token is something which is used for connecting your Python code, Python Django code with your form which you use in your, which you designed with the help of HTML. So if you want to get something, I'm inputting something here like this, and you want to get it and use in your Python code. So you need to make use of this simple CSRF underscore token, with the help of which with the help of this, you can connect your HTML CSS form with your Python code. That's what it is used for. I don't want to go into the deep right now. Just want to tell you about the basic structure of the messenger, which I have used for making it real time. Okay, then what next? So that's the whole code I've showed you. I've used for this home.html. Now what is happening here? Whatever the room number user will enter, it will come in this room underscore name, and whatever he will enter in this username, it will come over here in this username thing. Now, if I want to access this room name and username, how will it be possible for me to do that? It's very easy. I've used this Python code over here. So that's the Django project. Fine, and here you can see all the Python files getting reflected on the left side of the screen. So now coming on this urls.py, not in URLs, it is views.py. So I'm taking that username and room name from the HTML page and I'm using it over here. See, room name is here and username I am using here. So because they are already, the HTML page is already connected with my Python page, so I can post any query using the simple Python code. Fine. So CSRF token is basically is I've used here basically for connecting my HTML page with this Python code. So because the connectivity is there, now it is possible for me to take out everything from the HTML page, whatever the user is going to enter on the Python platform. Fine. Now what else do we have here? Let's check it out. So we can fetch the room number also, we have the username also, and simply once the room name and username is there, I can redirect the user to that particular window. So you can see here the username is Nilu and the room number is 32. Fine. So how I'm getting this? I'm getting this from this simple Python code, and I've defined a separate function for this named checkv. Right. Then what else do we have here in this HTML? Let's first talk about HTML, and after that I will tell you about all the Python codes I've used. Okay, so that's the room. That's the code for this web page. It is also a web page, and for creating it, I've used this whole code over here. So the background that you're seeing and this container thing which you are seeing, you can easily develop it if you have the knowledge of HTML and CSS. If you don't know about HTML and CSS, you can first take the web development course from me, and after that you can learn Django from me. Right, I provide classes for both the things. So first of all, we'll be doing web development for 1 or 2 months, and then after we will shift to Django. Okay, so that will give you a very good knowledge of everything related to Django and Flask and many other libraries, which professionals use. If you want to become a successful software developer, or else if you want to work in a highly renowned MNC as a Python trainer or as a Python programmer, you need to have the knowledge of these basic things. And definitely the way you have Django in Python, there are different libraries which you can use in C++ and Java, but you need to have the command on at least one object oriented programming language. I think Python is the best one. You can easily understand because its syntax is very easy to understand. Let me check the YouTube channel of mine if I have any queries to answer. Okay, right now there are no queries. You guys can call the other students also. If you want, you can just share this link of the video with the other students so that they can also come and join this tutorial and enjoy the this amazing thing which I am showing. It is for the first time I've come up with an application like this. All right, it's a Django based application, and Django is one of the libraries which is very much in demand. If you have the knowledge of Django and Flask, any MNC will hire you. All right. Okay, so that's the whole code which I've used for creating this web page which you are seeing over here. No, sorry, not this one. This messenger vendor, right? So even if you do not know about CSS, or you are not able to understand the CSS, no problem at all. You can directly write the code from here. So you can see H2 room number room. Room is the one I'm fetching the value of from this home.html page, and I'm using it here. It's a simple JavaScript code I've used here. So you can see room number, and room number is getting reflected here, whatever the room number user has inputted. Then if I will refresh this page, what is going to happen? Let me just show you that. So see, a small message comes, Gaurav Kumar Jain, hello everyone, how are you guys doing? So every time I refresh this message, this is the thing which gets visible to the user. Okay, so that is how I've coded this application. So as to make it look more interactive and interesting, then that's the JavaScript coding with which I am controlling this web page. So whatever date and time, whatever messages you're able to see here, I have used this code for getting it reflected like this. So this is basically giving me the values, the required values and the message values. Fine, and then I have this beautiful form over here. Again, I've used this CSRF token for connecting this thing to the administrator page, or you can say to the Python code. Okay, then again I've used this simple JavaScript code for username, for room ID, and for messaging. So this is what this code is doing. It is making my application a real-time app. Right. Let me now show you the Python code. So, in Django, what happens? Let me close all these windows. I don't want you to feel as if it's very complex and it's very difficult to understand. Django is a very cool application. And if you have the basic knowledge of Python, HTML, CSS, it's very easy for anyone to learn Django. Right, creating Django projects and how you can create an application inside that project, that is also very easy. I'm going to guide you about that too, but later on. So what I have done, There is this Django chat named folder I've created in the same folder in which all my Python libraries are there. And inside this, I have all these files. So these are my application files. Basically, Django files are, you can bifurcate it into two parts: your application file and your project files. So my application files are here inside this chat named folder, and my Django project files are there inside this Django chat app named folder. And my HTML files are there in this templates named folder. Fine. Now, let me just tell you how an interpreter reads this Django project. So the first thing it is going to do it will come on this settings.py first. So here you can see I have used this chat over here. I've added this by default. Everything which you're able to see, you get it by default. Once you're done with creating your Django project, you get to see all these Python files. You get them by default. I've not created them. Neither you have to create these Python files. You will get all of them by default, but there are some Python files which I have created, which I'm going to tell you about in this tutorial. So settings.py, here you can see I've added this chat. Why? Because that's the folder in which all the application files are present. Then in this templates, for linking this Django chat project with this templates, I have used this code base directory template. So it means that my base directory is present in this templates named folder. Fine, because that's where my home page and room page is present. After this, you can come on this urls.py and you have to simply add this line of code. And over here you have to add this include. Now why you have to add this simple line of code? Because here I've created a new Python file with name urls.py. So in order to link this with this Django project, you need to write this application. These are some basic steps you need to follow, and in every application we are going to do this. Let's come on this urls.py. So here, that's the whole code you can put in the urls.py. So this will check view. It will check the view of the application. It will fetch for you the room number. It will help you in sending the message, and that will help you in fetching the messages on your screen. So there are four different things which I have defined over here, and by default I want my user to get redirected on the home page. That is the reason I have defined views.home over here. Fine. Okay. Let's now come on this admin.py. So here I have used this register named function for registering the room number and messages. Then models.py. So there are two models you have to create. One is for room and the other is for message. And models.model you can use for that. Now name, value, date, user, room. These are the four things which I require. So I have just passed the code over here. Fine. So it is like creating a database. So here I am creating a database. So this, if I have to come on my database, I can simply add admin here, and that's where it will redirect me. So you can see here messages, rooms. For fetching the information for all these things, I have used this code over here. Then you are views.py. So that's the main Python file in which everything is there, right? So that's the code which will get fired automatically when the user will use this 127.0.1 colon 8000. So this is what he will get redirected to. Now why he's getting redirected on this window? It's because when we are putting this, after putting this URL, when we are executing the enter button, so the interpreter will come on this line of code, and it will try to access this home. And what is this home? It's a function we have defined here. And what it is doing, it is going to render the user to this home.html. And what is this home.html? It is this web page which we have designed. So that is how you can understand the connectivity I've done between this Python code and the JavaScript HTML based templates I have prepared. Then for fetching the room number, this is the code. For checking the view, right, room name, username. So that's the code I've used. And I've used this filter function also, which is going to filter for me the room numbers. If the room number which the user has entered already exists, so what will happen? It will redirect that user to to that particular room number, but it is not going to create it again. For example, let me just show it to you practically, and after that I will tell you how you have to initiate this application, how you can initiate it, how you can run it on your device. You need to come on this admin. Do I have any queries in the chat box? I am not able to see any queries in the chat box for now. Uh, okay. And in case you want to learn this coding, please let me know about it on my WhatsApp number. I'm on this number. On this number, I'm on WhatsApp also. So you can contact me anytime on WhatsApp. So, if I'm putting admin here, so Sham, and this is the password, login. So currently there is only one room with name 32. So if I will write 32 here and I will write Asad and hit this enter room button. This is what, okay, I need to run my Django application again. Maybe that's the reason it is showing me this error. See why? Because it was running from a very long time. Maybe that's the reason it has got disconnected from the server. Maybe I'm running the server again, no problem. Just give me a short moment. So Python manage.py, that's the code you can fire in the command prompt for running your application you have made using Django. So my server is again running. I can again hit this enter room. Why am I not able to enter into this room? Okay, I'm able to enter into this room. You can see I've entered this room number 32. I'm able to see the previous conversation also. Let me write something over here. Hi Gaurav and Neelu, because these are the two people who are already in this room. I am Asad. So it will get broadcasted automatically on the other two browsers also. See, the device on which Neelu was there, the message is getting reflected here also, and here also the message is getting reflected. So that is how this application works. But if you will come inside this rooms, you will not see that 32 again. So if the room number already exists, a new entity of the same room number will not get created. Fine, that's what it means. That's how I have coded this application. Else, what will happen? A new room will get created and the user will be redirected to that room. That's the function which will get fired when the user will try to send any message, and that's what will help any user to get the message on his window. Right, so that is how I have created this beautifully amazing application. Let me now tell you how, with the help of simple command prompt code, I can create, multiple admin users. So the admin user which I have created is Sham. I've showed you that, I think, but with the help of this, just hold on for a moment. Okay, let me just clear this command and show you exactly how you can develop how you can build a Python Django project if you don't know about it. So I'm using this command prompt for now. So if you are a starter, you can use this concept. You can use these steps. You need to first access the folder in which all your Python libraries and folders are there. So cd in Gaurav, I have this folder named app data. Then in cd I have this folder named local, cd programs, cd I have this file named Python 38 32. Not a file, it's a folder basically. Okay, cd needs to be in small, and I have a folder with name Python, cd Python 38 32. Right, once you're there in that folder in which all your Python libraries and files are there, you can simply fire this command Django admin, then your project name you can write start. One second. Or else let me just show you on the internet. I think that is going to give you a lot of benefit. Instead of showing you like this, if I will show you the steps on the internet and will share with you the link of the URL on which you can find all the commands and everything, that is going to be more beneficial for you. So Django, you can just search for the Django project creation tips. Fine. And so this is what you are going to see over here on this web page. For installing Django, let me help you with that command. How you can install Django? Simply write pip install Django. So with the help of this command, you can install Django on your device. Fine. Now after that, you can come on this in this folder Python 3832, in which all your Python libraries and scripts are there. And then for creating a Python project, that's the code, right? Django admin start project and then your project name. If you want, I can just show you that practically also. So I'm going to copy this code from here and I'm pasting it over here simply like this. Let me just share the URL of this website with you guys also in the chat box of this meeting. So I am going to give it my first Django. That's the name I'm giving to this project, my first Django. And let me come in this folder I am talking about. So I was talking about this Python 3832 named folder. Okay, so you can see here command prompt has successfully executed this command. I just gave it, and let's see whether we have a folder named my first Django project created over here or not. So I need to search for it like this. Just give me a short moment. I know it's pretty difficult for you guys to understand, but if you want to make things easier for you, you guys can take the coding classes or you can join the coding classes. The number is right below over there on your screens. So that's the folder which that simple command has created for me, and you can see here all the files which I just showed you in the beginning are present here. So as I've told you, you do not have to create any file automatically. The this command which I just fired, it will do it for you. Similarly, if you now want to create an application inside this project, what you can do, you can come over here on that same web page. So here we have a command with the help of which we can create a project also in this sorry, not a project, an application in this project named my first Django. So let me just show it to you myself, no problem. So Django admin start app, and then you can name your app. Suppose you want to name it as chat. I think this command is not there on this page, but no problem. You can take it from here. Django admin start app and then chat. Fine. Now you can just, okay. I think there is one thing which we missed. So you'll get to see, you will, with the help of this command, you will get to see this chat named folder over here, and inside it you will see all the application files. But if you want to make this chat application inside the project which we just created using this command over here, so we'll have to first come inside this folder named my first Django. So cd my first Django we can type here. So we are inside this folder, and now we can type this command Django admin start app chat, and it will create for us. Okay, so chat conflicts with the name of an, no problem, let's give it another name, chat bot. So now if I will come inside this Django chat named sorry, not Django chat, it is my first Django chat Django. So here you will see a folder named chatbot, and this folder has been created by this command which I just fired here in this command prompt, and all the application files are there. So you can put the application files into the project like this. Fine, and after that you can, you know, work on this these Python files. You can import all the Python files like this. You have to simply import the project folder. Automatically all the Python files will come here, and after that you can make the required changes. Fine, I hope you have understood everything. If you need any help, if you need any support, you can take the coding classes. And please do not forget to like and share this video in your groups and make it reach to the maximum students possible. Before I leave, I would like to see my YouTube channel again. Okay, so there is no query in the chat box. So this is it from my side. Thank you very much for joining me in this tutorial.